Hello everyone! Hey, so, everything will be set up in just a second. I just need to get the live stream to actually show up. Is it there? It's there. Okay, there we go. There we go! Just need to not get the Okay, wait, can I, like... Wait a second. Hello everyone. Wow, 18 people already. That's actually kind of crazy. I'm just trying to figure out where to put the chat so I can like look at it while I meander my way around the world. Hello everyone. Hello. Oh crap. I didn't realize that was about to break. I guess to the zombie farm we go. Oh, well, it's gonna take I'm gonna have to wait here like an age and a half. Okay, so I was gonna go work on the mountain area, but apparently my good pickaxe is... Well, I have the other pickaxe, don't I? I have the scarab gem one I don't use because it doesn't have silk touch on it. That's the storage room, isn't it? Oh, it is, isn't it? Let me see. Okay. Apparently not in the storage room. Where would I have left it? It's in the, like, No, that's just plants. Let me see. I've got to find this pickaxe. Oh, there we go. Okay. Do I need anything from in here? I don't think so. Although taking this could be kind of good. And the glass panes. Actually, I do need stuff from in here. What a surprise. Back to the mountain. Check the bug house. I don't think anything's changed with the bug house because we put Mark back, so I think it's just how we left it. Do Roblox. No thank you. I've never played Roblox, but I'm not much interested. Let's see. What do I need to do? Gotta figure this stuff out. This is the most important part of doing anything, obviously, is I need to figure out exactly what the plan is. Actually, you know what the first thing I should do is I need to just make more chests. I'm basically making a second storage room over here. Oh man, let's see. Do we have any more? Do we like have stuff to make chests with anymore? Did I use all of it? No, I didn't. Okay. Just like chuck that in, and I think there were some spruce planks in one of these. Yep, and that's enough to make another double chest. Okay, that's good. All right, and then we'll just, where will we chuck it? We'll chuck it here to add to the growing pile of just random stuff I have accumulated over in this area. Also, our Megaloceros are doing pretty good. They've gotten pretty big. I'm gonna guess they're fully grown now because they're bigger than the skeletons in the visitor center are. Building a proper entrance in the wildlife park series. I will do that. Zawamod developers. I haven't interacted with them at all. I just have the mod downloaded. I think there should be a Discord link on, if not in the description, in the description of pretty much any of the other videos I've made. I think I put the Discord link in pretty much every video description. Should be. Or at least any of the recent ones, as in stuff from like at least a month or so ago. Should have it, I think. But yeah, so I think the main goal of today's episode is going to be, for the most part at least, just working on the Mammoth exhibit. We got a lot of work to cover today. Well, we're not gonna finish it today, but like, you know, I've got to dig out a lot of this, some of that, most of that, more of that. Like, oh my goodness, we got a lot to do. Hello, people who are just joining now. Realistically, I should figure out how I want this to work. How far back do I want the exhibit to go, even? That's actually something I should really figure. I really should figure that one out first. Okay. So let's say we continue the bowl shape around a bit, right? And so we kind of go like this, and we bring it up to like around here or something. That doesn't really make any sense, I guess, yet, but it will once I dig through this mountain. And people are probably again gonna say TNT would be a good idea, or a beacon. Unfortunately, I haven't really spent the time to get either, because I have been busy with some other stuff. But maybe we'll have, I mean, how do you make a TNT farm? I guess you'd need just a mob farm in general, which I don't know if I could even get one to work, because for some reason monsters don't spawn very often anymore. That's not because I light things up, that's just, I don't know, something happened with the mod or the world, and I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more chests than just the one down there. Totally mod you. Maybe Wi-Fi, maybe. We'll see. I don't think I have any moderators for my live streams, because it's like very few people watch, so I don't really need moderators, because usually I can just moderate thing myself. But maybe we'll do that in the future. Zoo Tycoon, wow. Those were videos. Those are very old. I'm not even sure. Oh, I probably don't have them privated. I might private those. Like some of the stuff from like ages ago, because I mean, man, those videos are so bad. I haven't thought about those in a long time. But yeah. Let's see. So I need to get all this done. And then what? Also, by the way, guys, I didn't realize we're on episode 80 already. Like, last episode was episode 80 of this series, which kind of blows my mind. It's, I don't know, like, it just seems weird. I didn't expect to already be on episode 80, because it's like, oh, we just started the Ice Age area at, like, episode, like, 56 or something like that. Or, like, 60, maybe it was 60 or 58 or something like that. It's around episode 60. So I've already put over 20 episodes into the whole Ice Age section of the park. And man, these last few projects we've worked on have just taken a ridiculous amount of time and supplies. I mean, I wasn't, like that Terrorbird building. It still makes me laugh when I'm thinking about like what happened with it, because it's just such overkill. Like that was not at all the original plan for it. It was meant to be this tiny little building, and then I ended up making a visitor center. Which even makes me think maybe I should move the Terrorbirds and actually make the Terrorbird building I had originally envisioned, and not have done, instead of doing what it ended up being, because what it ended up being was more of like a trial for a different building, which I think worked well, because now that the other buildings I've kind of had ideas for that were kind of based around what the visitor center ended up looking like, I think that was helpful at least. Look at chat. I feel like there should be more female Megaloceros than males in the enclosure, considering real life. Yeah. But you know what? At the same time, I also don't care. Because if I had to get more females than males, I'd have to get way more Megaloceros, and then more than likely I would get a ton more males as well. And then what do I do with them? Like, what do I just suddenly do with like the extra like 15 or so Megaloceros I have? You know, it's like, do I just leave them in there? Do I have to expand the enclosure? Because if I have to expand the enclosure, then it's kind of like, because that's already a lot of work to get exhibits expanded. Granted, I'm already kind of planning to do that with a lot of the dinosaur exhibits, but that's more because a lot of the dinosaur exhibits are kind of like Well, they came a bit earlier than I was. I don't know. I think I should have spent a lot more time on a lot of the dinosaur exhibits, making them a lot larger. Kind of like what we've done with this whole Ice Age thing. Yeah, so they'll all get expanded later. But I mean more like, but I mean, granted, I've got a whole rework plan for that to separate it into geological time zones and stuff. Whereas the Megaloceros, I'm kind of wanting to leave a lot of the mountain range kind of empty for now, just so that way, when more animals get added in, if we have any more like tundra type animals, we can just throw them up here and not have to, you know, completely, well, not have to, you know, make a new snow area or something. More carnivores in the park. That is true. Speaking of that, well, okay, so what carnivores do we have currently to get in? We have, I'm just gonna hop up here while I think. So we have the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Allosaurus, the Spinosaurus, Deinonychus velociraptor, Cetipodi, and Ornitholestes, yes. So we have 7 carnivores not currently in the park. Of those 7, 3, well, of those 7, 4 are going in a building. So those are all in one area. And the other 3 are all large carnivores, so I have to design special exhibits for them. None of which I really have planned out at the moment. Or just watch the new ones, or watch the whole series through. I mean, whichever you want. If you watch the whole series through, I guess the only advantage I would say with that is that you kind of get a better picture of how the park has evolved. But if you don't really care about that, then just start with the newest episodes, or maybe not the newest episode, but like I guess maybe the Megaloceros, because that'll kind of at least key you in as to what's happened up here. Or you could watch episode 50 as well, because that was a park tour, so you can kind of see everything in the world so far. I'm gonna look back at chat in just a second. Megaloceros burgers, no. When am I going to finish the interiors of the Cenozoic animal enclosures? When we finish the Mammoth exhibit. So I wanted to finish all the exhibits first, and then go back and decorate them, because then I only had to do one big spree of decorating to cover the entire thing. Oh gosh. No, not the Frosty the Snowman stuff. Oh, that was whatever. Speaking of snowmen, though, actually, someone did suggest I bring a ton of snowmen in to these exhibits to cover them in snow, and that's actually a really good idea. So we'll probably have to enlist snowmen at some point, just to kind of help get this whole exhibit going. And we were actually making decent progress on this hill, I realized. But anyway, I was gonna say about the carnivores. So I've kind of realized, what are they? The 2 biggest things I think carnivore-wise we have are obviously the Raptor House and then the T-Rex, because, you know, just about everyone is going to want the T-Rex. I mean, I think every video of dinos, pretty much, I get at least one person asking, when are you doing the T-Rex, or add T-Rex in? So, I mean, I know it's an incredibly popular thing, and I was kind of thinking of doing something for it. We'll kind of see if I end up doing that. From season 1 to this one now. Wow. That's a lot. Wow. I'm not allowed to dispose of them. The snowmen must stay forever. I mean, sure, I can put them somewhere. They're not going to stay in the enclosures forever. Probably I'd just throw them, or I could make like a small little cave for them to live in or something. I don't know. But no, they won't stay in the enclosures at least. My goodness, I don't want I don't want to have like 15 snowmen living in the Mammoth enclosure. I feel like that'd be kind of weird looking. How's my inventory doing for space? That's all right. Okay. If I could add one dinosaur into the mod, what would I add in? A dinosaur specifically? Probably. I'm not really sure, in all honesty. Maybe a Margosaurus. That would be a cool one to have. I like a Margosaurus. Or Kentrosaurus. Kentrosaurus would be really awesome as well. I'd like to have another Stegosaurid. Or Dracoryx. That would also be kind of cool. Yeah, all those. Oh, Psittacosaurus as well. Psittacosaurus would be an amazing one to have. I think actually, yeah, no, Psittacosaurus is the one I would pick. I'd love to have Psittacosaurus in the mod. I love those things. Plus, I'm always really interested in getting more small animals in this mod. Because, you know, generally most of the dinosaurs in this mod are the size of, you know, like, they're way bigger than, you know, the player. And way bigger than pretty much every other mob in the game, so they're kind of hard to contain. You know, you have to build massive exhibits for them if everything's bigger than a car. Which is why I like the small animals, because it means, generally, since I don't have to build as big of an enclosure, I can spend a lot more time detailing the enclosures and making them look really cool. Which is why I think the Compsognathus exhibit's one of my favorites, because it's super small, but that means because it's so small, I can hyper detail it, because the time I would have spent building a massive exhibit gets spent decorating. So yeah, I'd like another small animal. What was that? I feel like with the Elasmotherium enclosure should be split in two beneath the bridge, seeing as how the Elasmotherium don't go to the other side. I'll probably just drag one or two over there. No, actually, the Dracoryx being a juvenile Pachycephalosaurus is just something brought up by Jack Horner. It's not actually proven, so... Will I do JWE? Probably not. I did play it a little bit in the past. The thing was, I mean, I played a lot of JWE when it came out, but I never really got into it. It wasn't like JPOG. JPOG I got into massively. I mean, I played tons and tons of Jurassic World Operation Genesis, or Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. JWE though, I never really got into it as much. And it was weird because on one hand, it had a lot more, like, you know, pizzazz to it. It had a lot more spectacle to it than JPOG did. But I don't know, at the end of the day, I just didn't enjoy JWE anywhere near as much as I enjoy JPOG. And I think part of that also came from the fact, around the time I stopped playing JPOG, I started playing lots more Zoo Tycoon 2 again, and then I really started playing lots of Dinos, and really getting into Dinos once I started to get better at building. So I think by the time JWE came out, it just felt so limited in what I could actually do in the game that I wasn't really that interested in it. And I mean, you know, there were lots of cool dinosaurs, but I didn't ever really feel like they looked all that interesting. You know, the skins weren't that great. I will say though, I'm incredibly excited for Prehistoric Kingdom. I've been following its developments pretty much since day one. I am incredibly excited for that game, and I cannot wait for it to come out. I mean, Jurassic World Evolution being a good game or not, I mean, I think it's a decent game. I don't think it's like, you know, game of the year or anything, but it's decent. It just depends what you're looking for. And if you're like me and you're looking for a super in-depth creative game that allows you to do lots and lots of stuff, JWE probably isn't for you. But if you're just looking for a simple park builder with some cool looking dinosaurs, then it's probably right up your alley. I mean, I would say though, personally, if you're okay with the stylization of the game, a game I think would be better if you're very much more focused on park design and like creativity. Parkasaurus is probably a better pick, just because that's what that game's more focused on. But it is highly stylized, so if you aren't a fan of the style of it, you probably won't enjoy it. Utahraptor would be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Dakotaraptor would also be cool. When will they bring more Planet Zoo? There will be more Planet Zoo when I have time. Like I've said, the main reason I decided not to end up doing more in Planet Zoo is just I don't know how to play the game. I don't know how to properly build or anything, and I just really haven't had enough time to go and learn the game. Well, I say I haven't had enough time. I definitely have enough free time to go learn the game, but I'm kind of... I don't know. How would I explain this? I don't know. Blame my ADHD, but like, I get like really focused in on projects, and then I don't start other projects and stuff like that, because like I really want to finish whatever I've kind of worked on until I get bored of it. And I don't know, it just seems like Planet Zoo will take a good amount of time and investment to learn how to play properly and learn how to build in properly. And right now I kind of want to use that time on other hobbies and projects I have lined up for myself. Oh man, we got to make another chest already? Dang. Okay. Let's just chuck in some stuff here. There we go. Yeah, so I mean, I think it's a great game, and I think it's very much worth investing into to learn how to play and stuff. It's just not right this second. I'll probably spend a bit more time with it later on. I just need to get to that point. And I kind of want to finish some of the big projects I'm kind of working on now. One of them being this park. This park is a massive project. And I don't mean like the whole series for Dinos. I mean more like the Ice Age park right now. It's just a massive project, and I really want to just kind of finish it off now that I've realized, you know, like we're reaching 20 episodes till the next world download, and I really want to finish stuff off before we get to that download point, because the download, you know, that's a big thing. And since you guys will all get to explore the world and play on it, I kind of want to finish off the whole Ice Age stuff, because I want you guys to be able to see the completed, project, and not have to, you know, be like, or not have to go like when I'm giving the world tour, be like, oh well, we didn't quite have time to finish this, so you know, like half the Ice Age park's just, you know, kinda done. Like I want this whole thing to be completely done by the time. I even want to make like I'm even considering doing what someone suggested, which was doing a like a special Jurassic Park style gate just for the Ice Age park, which I think might work might work better than I was realizing, because even though the bug house is like right there, the bug house might be getting moved. And when I say moved, I don't mean like, you know, not like I'm planning to do with like the Therizinosaurus, where the Therizinosaurus is getting shifted like to a new section of the park. I mean more like I might just kind of like rotate it like 180 degrees or something like that and connect it up to a different pathway. And obviously, I mean, I still have to take apart the entire building to do that, but there's some cool changes I'd like to make to the bug house to kind of update it a tiny bit, because we built that a few months ago, and I think there's some issues with it I'd like to fix. I'll read chat again in just a second. I just want to get that. Okay. Look back. Will you retexture some dinos again, like in the older series? Oh, we actually have a couple of retextured dinos already. I did retexture the Deinonychus on a previous live stream, and that is going to be going on this series, just purely because I liked my texture way more. It looked way nicer than the Fossils one does. You're excited for I'm assuming that's the paleontology update. I'm not really sure which animal I'm most excited for. Probably Dimetrodon, in all honesty, because I've wanted that for a really long time. Let's see. Am I gonna play Ark or Doom? I don't play either of those games, actually. I had a friend who I've had two friends who really tried to get me into Doom, but I just never ended up getting the game or playing it, really, so that didn't really happen. Plus, that's not really my style of game. I play a few shooters, but I don't know. The shooters I play are more like I wouldn't call them mill sims necessarily. Well, actually, one of them definitely is a mill sim. But I played those kind of games more, like Rising Storm, Postscriptum, Arma kind of stuff. Those are the shooters I enjoy. So I was never really into Doom that much. And as for Ark, I kind of have I don't know. I've never really loved Ark all that much, just because, to be honest, even if you bump everything up to like the easiest settings, and you know, like resource collection is 10 times and research speed is 10 times and all that kind of stuff, I just never really enjoyed Ark, because I didn't like spending 8 hours doing stuff just to lose it in 5 minutes. You know, because like you could tame this like insanely powerful animal, and then it dies because it gets stuck somewhere. And, you know, then it's like, well, what did I just spend the last, like, 2 hours doing? So, yeah, I probably won't play Ark. Maybe I will. We'll see. If I was playing it with my friends, there's a higher chance of it. But then I wouldn't be doing like a let's play like I usually do. As for other games I'll play, we'll see what happens. We'll see what I end up doing in the future. I've considered, to be honest though, that this channel is probably just going to be mostly like a Minecraft zoo game probably related channel. And if I want to go play other games, like some of the stuff I play in my free time, like War Thunder and Hearts of Iron, Civ, games like that, I might just make a second channel for those, because I feel like that probably would fit better than trying to, you know, create or trying to adjust an audience I already have to a completely different style of content. But yeah, that's that. When's the new update coming? No clue. No idea what animals are getting added in. Permian house with the Dilophosaurus, Dimetrodon, Gorgonopsid. I'm not gonna do a house for those, but I do have a grand idea already for the Gorgonopsid. I even have a place somewhat planned out for the Gorgonopsid already. It's gonna be a cool one, hopefully. It's very much gonna be a stylized enclosure. So for those of you who, because I mean, I know it's not everyone in my audience, but some people are like very adamant about like the biomes and stuff I put animals in, or like, oh, that shouldn't be there because that didn't exist at the time and whatnot. Because I remember someone got like annoyed that I put flowers in my Dryosaurus enclosure because there weren't flowers in the Jurassic. I didn't care because I thought it looked cool. But yeah, the Gorgonopsid's an animal I'm really excited for. I cannot wait for it to get added in. Dimetrodon's really exciting too. And I already have plans to move the Dilophosaurus out to a new area, which will kind of start off the Permian exhibit range. It's going to be a small area. It is one I think that I'll try and have it like I said, I'm thinking about putting a gate up for the Ice Age Park. The Permian section will be its own gated off area, but it won't be its own like separate building. Not like the raptors are getting. Let's see. Made an update mostly about sauropods. I think that would be kind of cool. I mean, I'd love for them to fix the Diplodocus, to be honest. But I also remember them saying lots of stuff about how they don't really want to have a lot of sauropods in the mod, which kind of sucks. I'd love to see Camarasaurus in, personally, because that's one of my all-time favorite sauropods. Mostly because there's in the museum, or in the Natural History Museum near where I live, they have a massive Camarasaurus skeleton, and I've always loved that thing. I always thought Camarasaurus is one of the coolest. Even though it's, you know, it's a fairly common sauropod, so, you know, it's not like, it's not unique or anything, but I still like it a lot. Will I play Primal Carnage Extinction? Wow, I haven't played, I have both Primal Carnages. I haven't played Extinction in like 3 years, I think. Because it came out in like 2016. I remember playing it when it came out. Because I loved the original Primal Carnage. But I don't think I've played it really since then. I haven't played it in ages. I know they've done all the new updates and the mutations and stuff. I've seen that with like Best in Salt playing it. But maybe I'll play it at some point. We'll see. We'll see. Oh. You're that person who got annoyed about the Dryo flowers? Yeah, I mean, I can get that. I mean, to each his own. If scientific accuracy is your big thing, you know what? Props to you. I mean, I like a good bit of scientific accuracy, but at the end of the day, I am much more of I guess I kind of want to say an artist. Or I have a bit more of a flair for aesthetic that kind of guides exhibits a bit more. Because this exhibit, let's be honest, this is not going to be a very realistic mammoth exhibit, but I love it because it's cool. It's got a very different, unique feel to it than pretty much every other mammoth exhibit I've ever seen, which I'm really a fan of. Oh. How many mammoths am I going to put in the enclosure? To be honest, I don't know. I kind of want to... I finish exhibits before I plan how many I'm going to put in, because I'd rather just design a cool exhibit and then figure out how many can fit in there than, you know, specifically design it for a certain amount of animals. Surprise! So you're saying about allowing you to use milk for bio instead of biogoo. To be honest, that's the least annoying thing I found about the whole culture vat change. I thought the change in the recipe was stupid. I don't think they should have done that. And I think the biggest thing I'm more mad about with it is the fact that instead of doing something like that people had been asking for a long time, which was adding in multicolored culture vats, all we got was a recipe change that made them more expensive, but they still break just as often. So, yeah. I mean, I've ranted about this before on the live stream, so I'm not really going to go into it again, because, you know, why beat a dead horse? And I mean, at the end of the day, again, there's nothing I can really do about it, because I'm not on the mod team and I don't have connections to the mod team. I'm just a random tiny YouTube channel who plays the mod, you know. Y'all know how it is. Let's see. Let's just dig a bit more here. We've made really good progress, I think. Yeah, we've flattened out a good amount already. Is there gonna be a Site B? When was the last time? Does anyone know the last time I did a Site B? Because I honestly don't remember. I know I've done them before in the past. Maybe that was like, that has to be one of the really old seasons of Dinos I've done. Maybe we'll do a Site B. To be honest, I mean, I think in all honesty, a Site B for me will arise more out of necessity than out of me planning to do it. Because, I mean, there are exhibits where I have definitely put too many animals in. Like an old example would have been the Triceratopses. Unfortunately, most of them died because of the era of the dinosaur murder bug, where, you know, they kept dying and suffocating in walls, which was horrible. But yeah, no, if I feel like me making a Site B depends far more on if I just end up with lots of excess dinosaurs. And since I don't have dinosaur breeding on, that's, you know, that's not really a thing that happens now. It's like I hatch enough dinosaurs and then, I mean, maybe towards the end of the series, I guess, like once we have everything in, if I have tons and tons of eggs left over, which I probably will, maybe we'll just go through a like big hatching spree or something. We'll just go hatch tons of animals out in the wild somewhere and just kind of leave them there. Chat. You should make an exhibit with multiple animals. I did a Site B in season 5? Really? I don't remember that. I don't remember doing one in season 5. Oh, and as for doing exhibits with multiple animals in them, I don't actually really like doing those. I know lots of people do them, especially in dinos. I mean, what, so many YouTubers just throw animals together. I generally don't like to, for one reason, and that is I feel like it's creatively limiting. It's creatively limiting to just throw a bunch of animals into one exhibit. Because if I have to make an individual exhibit for each animal, then I have a lot more chances to kind of try new exhibit styles out, see what I enjoy. And although I will say in previous zoos I did have a much more of an impetus to do combined animal exhibits, like my season 3 world and the season 5 world, mostly due to the fact that there was so little space, I kind of had to combine animals together. But in a world where I don't have a space like a space limiter to how many animals I can throw in, I generally prefer having individual enclosures, because I think it looks cooler to have each animal be separate. But I get some people prefer having all the animals together. Just not quite what I like to do. Okay, let me see. Let me go back here. Okay, that is definitely way more space, because what we started about right here. So we've knocked back all of that, which is actually impressive. Oh, would I make new versions of old exhibits from previous zoos I've made? Technically, I have already done that. with the Compsognathus again. The Compy exhibit I currently use is based off a old Compy exhibit I had back in my 4th park. Yeah, the 4th park had an indoor Compy exhibit inside of a mountain, or inside of a hill, that had a tunnel connection to it. And since then, I have loved that idea so much, I keep trying to replicate it. Season 5 had it, although I don't even remember what happened to the Compies in the end. I just know that the Compy exhibit became the Velociraptor exhibit. I don't remember. Did I even keep Compies in Season 5 after I made that the Velociraptor enclosure? I really don't remember what I did with them. I may not have gotten the Compies again. Huh. I really can't remember. There are a couple of exhibits, though, I will say. I have definitely considered bringing back for this park. There's some old T-Rex exhibits I have definitely thought about when it comes to the new T-Rex exhibit we'll have to do eventually. But if I had to say the number one exhibit I definitely think will come back, it's the aviary from the Season 4 world. That might come back. I know I have a different... I did originally have a much different idea for the aviary, but to be honest, I kind of feel like the more I've been thinking about it, the more I just want to rebuild that Season 4 one. Because it was incredible. It was one of my magnum opuses, I would say. If animals from the Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, and Devonian were added, that'd be cool. Would you like it if they made the newest Spino? I think that'd be kind of cool. More so just because it would make the Spinosaurus look more interesting, because I feel like the Spino is a very bland-looking animal in this mod. Well, actually, I feel like a lot of animals are very bland-looking in this mod, so I'm always up for something to look cooler or more interesting, be more colorful, all sorts of stuff like that. I probably need to start leveling this out a bit. We'll see, though. Maybe I don't. I wish this was like right above the zombie farm I have, so that way I could just get the zombies to spawn while I'm working. Let's see. Okay, wait, so we'll probably dig in again somewhere here, but I also want to bring it back out a bit, I think. So we'll kind of, yeah, okay, about here we can start bringing it back out. Yeah, that should work, I think. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of dig in 3 here. I mean, at the end of the day, this isn't like the most exact thing, because I'm gonna have to come back through later with like more blocks and just kind of smooth it out with slabs and andesite and all that kind of stuff. Make it look more interesting. They were next to the Allosaurus on the way to Hell Creek. Oh, I didn't remember that. Oh, why I keep ending series? How long would it take to replace this stone floor with grass? Oh, it'll take to be honest, knowing me, if I put on like a good podcast or some good music, I can probably get it done in like 2 hours maybe. Because it's not just replacing this all with grass, it's also doing all the terrain undulation, so raising and lowering the ground in various spots to kind of create interest. What was I was reading something though. Feathered skin for Dryos, maybe. What is it? So why did I always end the old parks? Because they were always set with an end date. Every single old park was on a clock for the most part. It was just get in all the animals, make a zoo, finish. That was all that I really planned for. And I mean, obviously that's reflected in how they looked, and why they would end. It was just, I would just work on it. And 2 of the parks, specifically kind of had a much bigger timer or a much shorter timer on them. Particularly Season 4 and Season 5 had more pronounced timers on them. Season 4 had a timer on it, because Season 5 was gonna start soon. and season 5 was with a bunch of people, so I kind of needed to finish off the 4th park somewhat early so I could actually get all that set up in time. But yeah, and then previous part, like season 5 ended more just because I was kind of tired of building on that world, because I mean, it was in a mountain range, and it was really difficult to get stuff built. Every single exhibit would take, you know, a couple hours of excavation first before I could really set it up. And it just wasn't a lot of fun to work on that park. I think it looked good in the end, but it wasn't fun to work on. Whereas now I've kind of abandoned the idea of making more than one park. As in, like, it used to be, I would always plan it to be a season. Like, you know, I'd run it for about a year or so, get in all the animals, and then finish. But nowadays, I've kind of realized once I finish this park, I'm probably not going to start another one. Just because at that point I will have been doing this for so long, I don't really think I'll have any interest in playing it anymore. So this one, oh wait, I gotta check something. I think it was, nope, never mind. Ethan, my bad. Triceratops looks more like Pentaceratops, does it? There were 17 new dinos described this year. Oh yeah, there were 17 new ones, but to be honest, we'll probably not get them till sometime in the next year or two, because Fossils and Archaeology likes to taunt us with stuff and then never actually give it to us, considering some of these models have been teased for like 6 or so years now, and we still haven't gotten them into the mod. Building your own dinosaur park, any ideas on what I should do to stay invested in it? I feel bored with it because I don't have any ideas. How would you get more invested in your park? I mean, I guess my biggest suggestion is, what would they be? Probably 1, take your time. You don't need to rush everything. Just kind of do things as fast as you feel like you need to. If you start rushing into stuff, you're not really gonna be happy with how things turn out, and you're gonna kind of lose interest in it. But if you kind of take your time. Also, though, there's, you know, don't take too much time to the point where, you know, nothing gets done. But, like, you know, take some time to carefully plan things out. You can do individual exhibits like I do. That usually makes things go a bit longer because you have to build more buildings and exhibits overall. And to be honest, sometimes just take a break. If you're bored with whatever you're currently working on, start a new project. And I mean, I think that's pretty obvious with how I make things. In fact, that's one of the big reasons why I haven't decorated this section of the park yet, or any of the Ice Age exhibits, because I know doing that's going to take a long time, and it's going to slow me down and make me less motivated to work on stuff. So I figured if I just get all the exhibits out of the way first, I'll probably have a lot more fun going back and decorating, because at that point I won't have done exhibit decorations for quite a while, so it should be more fun to do it. And yeah, that's probably the best advice I could give at the moment on how to stay invested in a Dinos world. Yeah. Yeah, there were a lot of cool new models. Again, though, I mean, I think I'm just kind of jaded with Fossils and Archaeology model reveals, because I'm so used to them being a thing now, and then, you know, it's like we don't get the animal for absolute ages at this point, that they're kind of less exciting to me, because I'm like, oh, cool, you know, it's like it's like the promise of a new creature. It's like getting promised a new bicycle, and, like, you know, they'll show you how cool it's gonna look and stuff like this, you know, like how smooth it's gonna be to ride, but then, you know, you don't get the bike for, like, you know, but the bike doesn't actually exist yet, and you may have to wait upwards of like 2 years to get the bike. And it's kind of like, okay, I mean, I get being patient and all, but at the same time, you know, I don't know, it somewhat feels like, you know, it's like the way it sometimes looks and feels like it's described to me, it's like, oh, it's going to be added in soon, but what it actually means is yeah, no, we're just showing you something we made, but probably won't be put in for ages. And it's like, oh, okay, you know, got my hopes up there for a second. Silly me. Well, because, and I guess the other thing is, it's like about half the time it seems like the new mobs that do get added in, it's like they weren't even the ones showcased, they just kind of popped up. And, I mean, yeah, that's cool, but at the same time, it's also just kind of like, okay, wait, so why did we get shown the other animals that weren't going to get added in, but we didn't get shown the one animal that was added in? It's just, I don't know, it's kind of weird to me. Will the Velociraptors get a desert cave? Probably not. A good palette of blocks to build with? I don't know. To be honest, my best suggestion with palettes is just go on a creative world, get every block out, and just start combining them to find something that works well together. Some sauropod, which was leaked like a year ago. Yeah. Project Natural Zone, and have 5 to 8 of every dinosaur in the game, make one big area, but only prehistoric plants and dinosaurs. That's really cool. Acrocanthosaurus needs to be here. Are they planning to put Acrocanthosaurus in? I don't even remember at this point, guys. It's, again, somewhat becoming jaded with fossils and archaeology. It's like, I kind of forgot everything that they're planning on adding just because it's like, it doesn't seem like they'll ever be added. And I know they keep saying like, oh, we're going to get so many animals in the paleontology update. But to be honest, the more I've been thinking about it, the more I've realized I kind of don't want it to happen, the paleontology update. For a couple of reasons. One being, I don't think the current paleontology system is bad. I don't think it needs to be replaced. And not only that, I don't want to have to spend like a couple of weeks fixing the current world because, they're like, oh yeah, the new update will completely ruin it. I mean, I think that's dumb when an update like that gets released. And also, I think the other big thing I don't really want with the new paleontology update is all the animals getting added in at once. Because if there's anything the last few updates have shown me, it's that the new animals aren't ready. And they really haven't been for a while, considering, I mean, what? The Diplodocus just doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. It just sleeps all the time and starves to death if you have dinosaur hunger on. It won't feed itself, it won't take care of itself or anything. So the fact that they're like, oh yeah, we might add in like 30 to 50 animals with the paleontology update makes me nervous because given the track record recently, that probably means we're going to get 30 to 50 animals that won't work properly and will be fundamentally broken in several ways, which I'm not really keen on. Because, it's like, because we've already had to wait, like 3 months now for a bug fix that probably isn't coming for another 3 to 4 months for fossils and archaeology to fix the Diplodocus. And, I don't know, it just makes me think, like, if we ever do get the paleontology update, is it going to be something similar? Is it going to be all these animals added? And then several of them are just fundamentally broken for months or maybe even over a year before they get fixed? Because if that's the case, I'm not going to update the mod at that point. I'm just going to stay in before the paleontology update because I don't really want to have to, potentially fix my world for a week because of problems only for the animals in it to not work properly, I don't know if that makes sense. Acro would be cool. Do you know what you're doing next for your animal park series? This is just an aviary raptor exhibit. I don't know what we're doing after we finish the Ice Age park. It just kind of depends what I feel like doing. Although what was it? I'll talk about this in a minute. This paleontology update thing regarding fossils. Hello. Paleontology update. Oh, that's their big dinosaurs and paleontology rework system update thing. Again, I just maybe I'm being pessimistic or whatever, but I really feel like it's probably not gonna work well when the update happens. because the updates typically just haven't worked recently. Like, they'll update the mod, and like, you know, it'll be like to fix a bug or something like that, but then the fixing of the bug only causes an even bigger game-breaking bug because they made the mod too complex with systems that don't even work fundamentally, to the point where it's like, because like the sleeping system and the nocturnal and diurnal stuff, it kind of works, but not really. The herding AI doesn't work at all. Hitboxes don't work at all. Feeders haven't worked since like day one of the mod, and they still don't work. The Diplodocus was added and completely broken. It's just stuff like that that makes me... the climbing for the raptors doesn't work either. Like, I mean, it works. The raptors climb, but you guys know what I mean. Like, they just get stuck somewhere and then do nothing but stay stuck until they fall asleep or something like that. So it's kind of like they're like trying to add in all these cool complex systems and be super fossil realistic and stuff, but at the same time the mod keeps getting broken, not fixed, made more complex, and then the cool features people were really excited about or have really enjoyed in the past get removed. And it's just kind of like, oh, okay. I mean, I don't really get why. It seems like you're kind of killing your mod from the inside. I mean, like, I think one of the biggest ones for me was, like, taking away all the colorful skins. There aren't any colorful dinosaurs anymore, really. The culture vat update recently. Lots of stuff like that. It's just, it feels so unnecessary and feels like it just kind of takes away from what made the mod amazing in the first place. I don't know. I could just be someone who's got too much nostalgia for the mod because I've played it for, like, 7 years. So, I don't know. Let's see. What is this exhibit for? This is the Mammoth exhibit we're digging out. Might save you more time. Yeah, I don't have the beacon yet. To be honest, I think I mean, I know there's one construction I definitely want a beacon for before I even attempt it. And that is the aquarium. The aquarium is going to need a beacon to be built. I'm not going to build it without one, because that project is going to make this one look like nothing. It really is. I mean, the plans for the aquarium I have are, well, they're very me. They're very over the top and just kind of like, that doesn't sound like, I mean, it'll sound cool, but it's like, you also kind of think in the back of your head, that doesn't really sound feasible. But that's what I do here on this channel. We make things that are wildly impractical, but look cool. So, you know, we really win at the end of the day. All right, I gotta remove all that. I'll probably just pillar up and get rid of it. Yeah. Sorry for going on that rant about fossils. I did that last time too. I need to stop ranting about it. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, so yeah, whatever. Anyway. If a lot of other good dinosaur mods updated 1.15, but fossils and archaeology was still stuck in 1.12, would you update? No. To be honest, like I was kind of saying earlier, like, even if the paleontology update dropped, but I decided it wasn't any good, I would just keep the world where it is. I'd just keep the world in 1.12.2 with the current version of the mod, or with the version before the paleontology update, and just kind of stay there for a while. And if they ended up like fixing the paleontology update and like making sure everything actually worked, then I'd update. But I mean, I think fundamentally I kind of am always gonna stick with fossils and archaeology as the dinosaur mod I use, partly just because it's the one I like the most out of them all. Currently, I mean, there could be other mods in the future, but I haven't really found another mod that, I mean, I guess Jurassic Craft kinda has the same potential, but I mean, y'all already know how I feel about Jurassic Craft, so yeah, I don't really need to get into that. I guess this part should be higher up. We've actually done a lot of work here today, guys. We did a lot of work. I'm actually really impressed. Yeah, we actually got most of the terrain work I wanted to get done, so that's actually really good. We did good, guys. We did good. We'll just kind of... I mean, you know, this isn't meant to be like the final terraining like I'll do later when I actually come back in and put in the rock walls, because although, yes, there are rock walls currently, this is more just like the initial sculpt. This is trying to just get a good shape going. And I think this is a pretty good shape. So we got good visibility over there. And then, yeah, this should be good. Oh gosh, I've got the hiccups now. Drank too much water too fast. Let's see, so it's another 5, and then that's another 5, and that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. We should go one more, I think. We'll have to dig all the way back here though. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Is that 4 or 3? I think this is 4. Yeah, no, it's 3. Okay, so we need to dig 2. Okay. Always good to check. What is it? Measure twice, cut once. I think that's the saying. And yeah, that's definitely good advice here. Why can't we have a dinosaur mod that works? I mean, they all work. They just, you know, they all have their problems. And again, a lot of my problems with fossils and archaeology now are more me just being someone who's played the mod for a long time and missing the old version of the mod. Missing the stuff I remember playing a lot back in the day. And, you know, that's a flawed logic too, because me looking back through the, you know, the glasses, the rose-tinted glasses of nostalgia, I often will forget, you know, oh wait, there was a lot of problems with the old version that aren't problems anymore, which is actually wonderful. Because although, yes, I'll complain about the current Fossils team and some of the stuff they've done, they have also done a lot of good for the mod and kind of fixed a lot of big issues there used to be that did make the mod really hard to play, and those aren't problems anymore, so I have to give them credit where credit is due. Guanlong, probably. Vein Miner, maybe I'll put Vein Miner on. I don't know. I'm trying to keep the mod list for the Dinos world kind of low, because since I'm having to do world downloads, every time I do a world download, then I have to link to every mod, which means the more mods I add in, the more mods I have to remember and update and stuff like that. So I'm trying to keep it relatively low. Of course, I'm guessing Vein Miner is probably just a client-side mod, so you probably don't need it for a world download. But whatever. What animals are going in the aquarium? I don't know. Whatever aquatic animals there are. That's what's going in the aquarium for the most part. Prehistoric spawns basically allows fossils in archaeology to... Oh, no, I didn't know that was a thing. That sounds somewhat interesting. Doesn't sound like something I would use, but I can definitely see people who would want to use that. Those people who do the well, I guess probably the more roleplay like series and stuff like that. Like what's his face? That person who made that mod for Pocket Edition or whatever, or what is it called? Bedrock Edition. Yeah. I don't know. I could always go back and play with the old stuff. Yeah, that is always true. And I'm even considering doing a video on that, of playing with some of the old versions of the mods and stuff like that. Kind of enjoy. I mean, to be honest, 1.5 version of the mod would be. I'd love to do a video on that, make like a mini park or something like that, kind of going back and you know, re-experiencing my intro to fossils and archaeology. I mean, granted, I haven't been playing this mod as long as like Poet Plays has. I mean, he's been playing since what, 1.3, 1.2 or something, like the original version of the mod, which is absolutely crazy to me. Mad respect for that. But yeah, no, I mean, I think I started playing in like the early 1.5 versions, and from there, I've been playing ever since. It's the only mod I think I've consistently made sure I have the most up-to-date versions on and have been following like updates for. Like just about every other mod I play, it's kind of like, oh, I only find out if it like updates when I need to make a new mod pack or something, or people tell me it's updated. Ugh. Okay. Just gotta stretch real quick. Let's see. Yeah, no, this is done a lot. We have done way more than I expected to get done. How long have I been streaming for? Oh, wow, an hour. Wow, this was only an hour. Not bad, not bad. Oh. Yeah, I did want to eventually mention this. I kind of forgot to. I meant to mention this a while ago, I guess. Because yeah, I was back when I was talking about like the T-Rex and the Raptor House and stuff. So I do have, when you mentioned Poet, I immediately thought of the classic extremely blocky blue Brachio. Yeah. Oh man, I miss that. I miss those old Brachiosaurs. Oh, those were cute. I really loved those. Yeah, no, when did I start watching Poet? I started watching Poet probably around episode 100 or so. I think that's about when I started watching his series. And then I took a bit of a break from watching it around like episode 540 or something like that. Maybe it was like 520. I don't really remember exactly. And I've been rewatching him again recently. I think he's still got a pretty good series. And I mean, it's kind of like the OG classic Minecraft dinosaurs thing. I mean, there's a lot of nostalgia watching his stuff and looking at his park. A lot of memories of being inspired by like his kind of stuff, and that kind of inspiring how I did my builds myself. Probably Sorolifus. Sorry about the whole incident on the Discord server. Oh, it's fine. Do you like live streaming? It's alright. Oh, they did make the cute sounds. Yes. Oh, I forgot about that. Man, there's been so much stuff that's changed with the mod. It kind of blows my mind sometimes. In a lot of ways, it does kind of feel like a different mod now than it used to be. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just a thing. And, you know, like everything else, stuff changes over time. Man, I might need to get more water. First YouTuber you ever watched. Wow. That's cool. Oh man, I even remember, I can somewhat remember the first YouTuber I ever really watched their series. Man, that was a long time ago. A very long time ago. Huh. It is funny though when you realize you used to watch like a channel or something ages ago, or like you've been watching their channel for a really long time, and then you like look where their channel, and you remember their channel being like super small, and then you look at it now and it's like really big, and you're like, holy crap, when did that happen? Cause like, what is it? I remember, like Best in Slot. I remember watching before he hit like 100,000 subs. And now what, he's on like 600K or something like that? Man, I've been watching that channel a long time. That's a good channel though, so makes sense. His channel probably inspired a bit more of how my content is than like Poet did. Did like Poet's builds better though. Let's see. And if I'm not careful, I'm going to finish the entire exhibit on the live stream, and then I'll have nothing for tomorrow's video. Which I haven't actually finished recording. I did part of it, and then, well, I pretty much just did the intro, and then was like, I'm going to live stream and get work done. So I guess tomorrow's video will probably just be me finishing off the tunnels and whatnot. I need to to be honest, I really need to figure out like what I'm doing with all the tunnels and like all this kind of stuff. Red raptors. Oh yeah. Oh dang. That's OG. What am I doing? I am working on the mammoth enclosure that we started a few episodes ago. I guess we might as well just pillar up here and take care of this stuff. Just kind of clean the walls up a bit. I mean, actually, I should probably just go on the top of the mountain and dig down from there. I think it's kind of crazy, though, to look back, like, right when we started this, as to what this whole area looked like versus what it looks like now. Because this does not look anywhere near, like, what it used to. It's kind of crazy. Let's see. Okay, let's just do like that, and there we go. Okay. Well, I didn't mean to dig directly underneath myself, but evidently I messed up there. All right, let's just pillar up and take care of it like this. Okay, that works a bit better. Except on one block, we can just pillar out this way slightly. Okay. And a bit more probably. I'll look back at chat in just a second. Just want to finish this little overhang off for the most part. And then we will be good. Okay. So let's just take a quick look at what we've got. All right. Yeah, that's looking really good, actually. Ugh. When am I starting the aquarium? Not for a very long time. The aquarium is, I think I've said this before, the aquarium's the last thing we're gonna do when it comes to exhibit building. I'm not building the aquarium until every single aquatic animal I can get is in the mod, so that way I have like a full plan on what I'm doing. Until then, yeah, no aquarium, because that's just gonna be such a massive investment. I want to make sure I don't have to like expand it at any point ever, because that would be very, very devastating. Oh, dang it, I keep meaning to say. Oh, there was another thing I wanted to talk about as well. Man, I keep forgetting everything. Adding T-Rex anytime soon. Yeah, I will definitely add in the aquarium. It'll happen, don't worry. Trying on exhibit. I don't know when the pterosaurs are getting put in. That'll be sometime. That more just depends on when I decide I want to do it. That's a bit more of like just when do I feel like doing it? Because the Ice Age exhibits only happened because I really felt like doing them. So yeah, similarly, the pterosaurs are only really going to happen when I feel like doing it. So that could be anytime. That could be our next project, or like a year from now. Oh, thank you. An aquarium in the zoo world. That is something else I will consider at some point. Anyway, I think we're gonna take a break from building for a little bit, just because we've been working at this for over an hour now, and for about an hour or so's work, we've done an insane amount actually. We carved out a huge chunk of mountain. I was gonna say, okay. So, sadness, being ignored. Sorry. Oh, thank you. think I'm perfectly well rated. I mean, just a small channel that does a very niche subject. I don't really expect to grow channel very large. It would be really cool to hit 10K though. I think at the moment that's my big goal for the moment. Hit 10,000. Which maybe we can hit next year. Maybe next year we'll hit 10K sometime. That'd be really cool. Why is my viewer distance so low? I usually have it like 16. Don't I? I'll put it on 15 for now. All right, that's a lot better. Oh, thank you very much. Did anyone else hear that noise? It sounded like machinery. That was weird. It's probably that ambient noise mod I have on. Anyway. Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys some questions. Well, it's kind of based off what I did in the most recent Planet Zoo video. Not Planet Zoo, Wildlife Park video. Because I asked you guys, well, it's basically like, since the reptile house / aviary for that park is like super highly requested all the time, but that's, at least for, you know, Wildlife Park, making either of those is going to be like, you know, like a week or two's worth of investment into like making the build, making it look really good, and then making one video building an entire building and all the exhibits in it. So like, you know, like it's going to be a massive undertaking for me to do that. So I was like, you know what, if people really want it that badly, I'll do a like goal. So like if the video hit, I think I said 150 likes, it'll happen. And I'm considering doing something like that with the T-Rex and the Velociraptor house, or the Raptor house, because those are both highly requested things, but also like I only really want to do them if that's something like people want so badly, like the video can hit that many likes, then sure, yeah, I'll go start working on it. But like, because I mean, I think if it's left up to me, the T-Rex probably isn't happening till 2021, and the Raptor house might not happen till late 2020 or early 2021, something like that. So yeah, I mean, that's just kind of the stuff I'm thinking about. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I may just wait until I feel like I want to do either of those buildings or exhibits, but we'll kind of see. We'll kind of see. Rabbits and Wildlife Park? I guess I could do a rabbit exhibit. I've never seen a rabbit exhibit in a zoo. I feel like that would have to go into something like special, because that exhibit would be way too easy to build, considering I just need to build a tiny little cube essentially, and that's their exhibit. But yeah, that's what I was thinking for the T-Rex and stuff, or maybe setting the T-Rex as a sub goal, like when we hit, like, you know, maybe it being like, oh, when we hit, oh, the Megaloceros got unstuck, that's awesome. Like having the T-Rex be the 10K sub special. For 10,000 subs, I will build the T-Rex exhibit or something like that. I don't know. I was thinking about that possibly being a thing. I'm just gonna check, is the live stream still going? Okay, it is. I just wanted to make sure, because you know, I don't like when it just randomly ends. Yeah, so that's something I've been thinking about. Oh, the other thing. I completely forgot about that as well. What was it? We've been playing with petting zoo part. You can put rabbits there. That is true. I was thinking about maybe changing the texture pack on the Dinos world. Seeing if something else would be fun. I don't know if it would, but I don't know. Or like if I'd ever end up doing that. But it could be kind of cool to switch up the texture pack. I probably wouldn't switch it up to like episode 101 or something like that, but I mean, it's something that's kind of been lingering in the back of my mind for a little bit. Oh wow, you've watched the first 40 episodes of Dinos. That's pretty crazy. That's a lot of footage. That's a lot of episodes, man. And definitely the first several episodes have a lot of quality issues of like audio not really being that great. Because I think I was having just lots of audio problems back then, but I've kind of gotten a good standard. Well, I also was using a different recording program when I finally switched over to OBS, and I like this a lot more. Everything's way more consistent and easy to work with. Now let's go look over here real quick. I haven't looked at the Smilodons in a long time. I like this exhibit. It needs to be finished, but I like it. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna try a different texture pack. And oh, what was it? Chroma Hills is one I wanted to try, or like see what you guys thought. Could I make a playlist of Wildlife Park? Yeah, I will at some point soon. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I keep meaning to, but the problem is it's like there's also like so many Wildlife Park playlists I've made that I have to figure out what I'm kind of doing with that whole situation. But yeah. Oh wow, this looks very. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've. Would I add any other mod to the game? Currently, no. That is an interesting color of green there. Do I want an Acrocanthosaurus? To be honest, meh. I don't really want any more big carnivores, if I'm completely honest, just because, although yeah, they're cool, they're a real pain to build enclosures for. So I'm kind of okay with there not being too many more big carnivores, but acro would be kind of interesting. A good gaming computer? I wouldn't know. I custom built mine, so I mean, I guess I might know some good parts, but overall I don't think I know good gaming computers like most people would recommend. This actually kind of looks interesting. I know some people were suggesting I use this texture pack ages ago. I think that's partly because Best in Slot uses it, but it is an interesting texture pack for sure. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. Not great, not terrible, but okay. Also, I have got to get more of these like little ponds going. Oh, well, yeah, because I said I wanted to do the whole like glacial flow kind of, or like ice water flow and stuff like that, and I've got to do that at some point soon. I really want to do that, but at the same time, I don't know if I'll have time for that, and that makes me sad because it'd be really cool. This looks interesting. Giga, that would be cool. The parts I would recommend, to be honest, I also don't really know. I mean, I feel like I'm not a person you should really like ask about that. I would go either on YouTube and look up like people who professionally review PC parts and stuff like that and see what they would say, because to be honest, I don't really know a ton. Most of my parts were suggestions from a friend of mine who's like a tech guy, so yeah, he kind of told me what to buy. But I mean, I think the other thing, it really depends on your budget and how much you kind of are willing to spend. Can't believe it's because you have a Xbox. Hello, Colt. I'm gonna try a different texture pack now. Let's see. Also, let me know what you guys think of the stuff. John Smith. Man, I haven't played with that since like 1.1.5, 1.6 maybe? I used to use that texture pack all the time. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you enjoy the series. It's good to know. Oh man, I forgot how much I liked John Smith. Yeah, this is a good texture pack. Wow. Actually, wait, are these 3D? Yo, they're actually 3D, not 2D. Oh, that's actually cool. Will I ever play Pixelmon? I used to play Pixelmon a ton. But I'd need, if I were to play Pixelmon, I don't know. I feel like it would have to be on a custom world, and I'd have to have a group of friends to play with, and it wouldn't be a long series. To be honest, if you remember like ages ago, I don't even think this is still going on, but like, what was it? Was that like Lachlan and Vic Star and whatnot? This was like ages ago. I used to watch this, but they did like, was it Pixelmon Island or something like that? That's the kind of Pixelmon I would play nowadays, just because It wouldn't be a massive time commitment, and we could do it in like 2 days or something like that, and then just finish it off with a giant tournament, and that's probably the Pixelmon I would do. I don't know about anything else. Also, let me know what you guys think of texture packs, because I don't know, I think it'd be interesting to see about switching possibly. Because I left my Discord on. I don't get pop-ups from Discord. I don't even get noises from Discord, Colt. So if you want to spam it, you can spam my Discord. Oh, thank you. Let's see. What's another texture pack I have? I think I have Sphax, right? Do I have a Sphax for this version? Yes, I do. Alright, let's load that up and see how this looks. What prehistoric animal groups do you want added to fossils in archaeology? I don't know. Maybe some more prehistoric sharks would be kind of cool. Like Hybotis and Heliocoprion. Although technically I don't think either of those are sharks. But they're really cool looking fish, and I'd like to see them. I love Sphax. I used to play with Sphax all the time because there used to be a Jurassic Park, or Fossils in Archaeology Jurassic Park add-on for Sphax. And I used to use that back in the day when I would play Dinos. And I haven't used that in so long. Part of me kind of would actually like to update that pack, because I still really enjoy how Sphax looks, and I don't know, it could be interesting to bring Sphax back for Dinos. It's a nice looking texture pack overall, I think. Yeah, I think it is. Do I like Fossils in Archaeology a lot more than Jurassic Craft? By leagues. I don't like Jurassic Craft because it takes... I'm kind of impatient when it comes to actually getting dinosaurs, and to me, Jurassic Craft just takes too long to get stuff done. Plus, I don't really enjoy kind of how the animals work or anything like that. I mean, I complain about Fossils in Archaeology being broken, but I feel like I feel like Jurassic Craft has all the problems, but just like amplified. So I'm really not interested in Jurassic Craft. I don't like it that much. There's like this clear glass texture pack I used. It makes glass look similar to 1.15 glass, but connects them. Oh, that's cool. There is a mod that adds Heliocoprion. Is it the... oh, it's not the de-extinction mod. It's like the prehistoric life mod or something like that. Oh, if I do update that mod pack, can I make it available for everyone? You know what? Sure. If I ever made a Sphax add-on or a Faithful add-on for Fossils in Archaeology, I would gladly release it for you guys. Honestly, though, I feel like I'd probably have to put together a team for that. I probably would. Ave would definitely have to be on that team because Ave is a whiz when it comes to texturing. So I'd probably have him try and work on some of the mobs to get them just upgrade it to 32 by 32, but not, you know, like given new skins necessarily, unless we felt the animal desperately needed a new skin. Is it good to craft a scarab gem pickaxe for your first scarab gems? It can be. Kind of just depends what you want from it. Watching this reminds you of the good old days. Yeah. Well, I did actually have a plan. I completed my plan. I went and I completed everything I wanted to get done. So now I'm just kind of milling about because I don't really feel like ending the live stream yet. Can't fault me for that. At least I'm getting stuff done for my series, unlike you. Oh, burn. I don't actually know what you're doing with your series. Have you uploaded Dinos recently, Colt? I don't remember. I don't remember lots of stuff. Dodo Bird Exhibit. Dodo Bird Exhibit will be coming. It's going to be the last one we do because I don't have any idea where I'm putting it or what it's going to look like. But it will be going in somewhere. And not only that, guys, Lab Dodo will finally get somewhere new to live, aside from the lab. What am I doing here? Something. But yeah, I'd like to update some old texture packs if I could. I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of dinos. You need to continue your series on Twitch once you move into the dorms. Oh. Yeah, but school doesn't start for a couple of months. Or at least I don't think I start till like the end of August. And so wait, Colt, that means either you would start at the end of August or you start at like early September. So you're not going to do any more dinos until you start college. Also, I think that's kind of a dumb idea because that's what I tried to do, and you run out of time really quickly in school to do dinos and stuff like this. Or at least I do, because, you know, stuff like this takes hours of prep, and during the school year you just don't quite have as much time to, you know, spend working on this kind of stuff. It's kind of intense. Dodo restaurant, maybe? August 17th, wow. That's still like that's a long ways away, Cole. I don't know. Let's see. Do I have any other texture packs to try out? I don't remember. Oh, Dragon Dance. This is an old texture pack. I used to play this one. Oh, how long ago would that have been? This was like this I think was the first texture pack I ever downloaded. Oh, it's incredibly stylized, but I used to love this texture pack. This is what I would play with when I played Pixelmon. Cause I don't know, it just had a very like old video game kind of feel to it in my eyes. Or a very cartoony kind of feel. I love how it looks, I really do. And I completely forgot I re-downloaded this. It's not one I would actually play with, but I don't know, it's just nostalgic to me, so why not? What's the texture pack I usually play with? That would be, I'll switch back to it now anyway. Faithful 32 by 32, because, well, it's just default textures, but slightly higher res, so, you know, not bad. What is my favorite series so far, like, that I've made? What is my favorite series? Probably this one. If I'm completely honest, it's probably this version of Dinos. I've had a lot of fun with other Dinos series I've done, but I don't think I've ever had quite as much enjoyment with it or sense of like accomplishment as I have with this world. So not only is this my favorite series, this is probably my favorite world I've ever had as well. I mean, Wildlife Park's alright. I mean, Wildlife Park will never be my favorite, just because I don't quite enjoy it anywhere near as much as I enjoy Dinos, but I'm getting some fun out of the current run of it. Join and then leave on Atlas a few days ago. Oh, well, one, I accidentally joined Atlas because I was trying to do something else and then my game crashed. You're really welcome, man. Yeah, I try and keep the content pretty upbeat, you know, for the most part. Well, mostly because if I enjoy doing it, it's not too hard to be pretty upbeat with it. But yeah, no, it's everything in the world right now is pretty dang insane. Hello, Mr. Platypelodon. Wow, my voice is like going. It would be cool if the Minecraft map was up for download. It actually is currently. If you go check my episode 50, it won't have any of the Ice Age stuff in it or the Diplodocus. But episode 50 does have a world download, and there will be another world download at episode 100, which will probably have the finished off Ice Age area and Diplodocus, and anything else I can manage to squeeze in that time frame. Yeah, well, again, I didn't mean to join Atlas, and I couldn't really join the call at that point. I had other stuff going on. I might get back on Atlas sometime later this week. We'll see. It kind of just depends. Oh, yeah, there was an escaped Platybelodon. Wow, my throat's dying. TBH, I completely forgot about it. And now I'm realizing I don't think it's in the cave, but it could have gone in the cave. Or it's in here? Nope, it's not in here. Where is it? I actually managed to lose an entire elephant, didn't I? Huh. Well, that's very me, isn't it? Oh, no, here it is. I don't have a way to get him back. I'll go do that later, I think. Because of the waterfall. Oh, that might be right. Why am I not streaming Atlas right now? Because I don't want to stream Atlas right now. Because I had Dino stuff I wanted to do. Colt, I don't stream what you want to stream. I stream what I want to stream. Because it is my channel and I can do whatever I want with it. Well, not whatever I want. But I can do what I would like. To a certain degree. Give me a sec. Oh, underneath the hill looks very cool. Yeah, it does. You should make it sit if it doesn't, so it doesn't move. That's a good idea, I guess. But at the same time, do I really need to? Wow, I've been going for an hour and a half. Yeah, I probably should end soon. Let's see. All right, let's run up here to the deer and the new mammoth enclosure. I gotta figure out everything that's happening with this, because it's like, I mean, we've got the tunnel basically set up now, but like all the rooms and how it's gonna kind of come together. I mean, I'm starting to realize I'm probably gonna take some inspiration from Poet here and some like the tunnel he has by his triceratopses and like how it's got a restaurant and stuff. I might take some inspiration from that when I design this, because that's actually a really good design for something like this. Ugh. I gotta do the big stretch. Other than that though, I think we might end this stream. We did a lot of work today, guys. We did a lot of work. Got all this done, all that done, all this done. So yeah, next for tomorrow's video, I should be able to just finish off most of the tunnels and go from there. Should be pretty good. I mean, I should make my own dinosaur mod, I think. He'd probably be better off joining yours. Ah, I see. Oh yeah, your dinosaur mod. I have to say, I am not a fan of the models at all, or most of the textures, but it's an interesting concept. That T-Rex was kind of the derpy, like, I mean, I know the old Fossils and Archaeology T-Rex was derpy, but that T-Rex is even derpier. Like, it was kind of ridiculous. T-Rex, Triceratops, I don't know, whichever ones I saw the previews for, most of them just, oh my gosh, they were they were something else. No, Cole, to be honest, I probably just won't be going back on Atlas if I'm 100% honest. I I don't know, I just never really, I didn't end up doing enough to really keep me going there. Plus, also, Dinos is immensely eating my time because this project. T-Rex is the old model when there was like 10, 15 dinos. Oh man, I miss that T-Rex so much. I miss all the old dinosaurs. Maybe we'll do a throwback. I'll do a throwback stream next time maybe, and we'll just kind of look at 1.5 and stuff, and look at all the old models. But I think as with that, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you've all really enjoyed the stream. It was a lot of fun streaming and kind of just working on everything. Until then, though, I think we're gonna end it here. So thank you all for watching. Hope you've all enjoyed. And until next time, guys, see ya.